What's happening, guys? Haven't done a video in a bit, so I just want to get up here and do something quick. And you know, just thinking about stuff the other day, and one of the things I was thinking about was this sudden. Well, I guess we can't say sudden, but this just creeping and just pretty pathetic, just dependence on nostalgia. Have you? I don't know if you've seen it. You've probably seen it, but it's like almost everything is becoming nostalgia. From our pop culture to mainly pop culture because that's all it is, really. It's like just that's all we do is consume. But nostalgia, and it's pretty bad. It's just I think I noticed it the other day. Like it finally clicked. I mean, I've always noticed that we've had like an urge to be nostalgic, and I guess there's nothing wrong with it, but I think the obsession with nostalgia, it can be really, really bad. I guess I was watching a video that talked about it, how like nostalgia was actually a medical term, like a clinical term, and yeah, I know the effects. I can see the effects. It's just like you don't really like what's going on. You think things can be better, and then you basically start thinking about simpler times. That's how they were simpler times. It's and then everything that you're going through now seems to be even worse because you have to be, you're the one that controls things. You have children, you're the one that has to take care of them. You're no longer the child being taken care of. And that's one of those things. It's one of the main issues. A lot of people, when it comes to nostalgia, they think about other people, the good times that they used to have, the people they used to know. And yeah, I've had a little bit of that every now and then, but it's like I'm just pretty tired of it. I'm just sick of it. I'm just it's like I think that's it's gonna be natural with most people, at least the people that are you know pretty emotionally like in tune with themselves, like the brain dead normies. Yeah, and they probably maybe get a little nostalgic. It's like, oh yeah, they used to be cool. It's like, but they have their sports ball, their sports ball. Yeah, it's yeah, just to keep them from thinking about it, something real. Not to be fake deep, but it's it's just all a distraction. But yeah, no, I'm sick of it. It really is. It's just it's like sometimes you'll get to the point where it's just like you're getting nostalgic, you're feeling nostalgic, and it's just like you're at the point of tears, man. I don't know. It sounds cringe, but it's like just roll with it. It's especially music. I was like when I was growing up, I was born in '92, so I was a '90s baby, not a '90s kid. So most of my growing up, I was in the 2000s. 2000s. I think 2004. Wait. I think around, yeah, 2005, six. No, wait. Yeah, 2004 to 2007. I was like middle school, or around there. And yeah, up until like 2010, that was like my end of my high school years. And yeah, a lot of good times, a lot of bad times. That's the thing about nostalgia too. It's like you only pine for the good times. You only pine for the times where everything was good and safe. It's just that's your safe space. And it makes sense. It's like anytime I think about middle school, it's like, oh man, those are the days, man. Those are good days. But you don't remember the homework. You don't remember I got bullied. You don't remember all that shit. Especially in my school. With like it was just a middle school, but it's like we still had gangs. Little kids trying to gang bang. You don't really remember that stuff, but yeah, you remember sometimes the girls that were there. You remember that, yeah. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. But yeah, what was I getting back to? Okay, yeah, I grew up, basically during the 2000s, early 2000s to basically, yeah, early 2000s up until like 2010. That was into high school. 2010 and on, I still, yeah, it was my, you know, teenage years, so into like the 20s and everything. So yeah, no, I think 18 was 2010. Yeah, so it's like everything after that was still, it was still fun. It's like, it's like glorified high school. That was what it was for me. But yeah, no, it's but during those times, it's like the hipsters, man. That was the thing. Hipsters, that was the craze at the time. It's like everybody had like their little group that was that's big during that time. And but back in the day, it was hipsters, man. Oh man, a lot of people look back and they cringe, and I was like, I don't know, man. I think we need to go back to tradition. I think the hipsters had it right. Man, it's like they looked good, they smelled good, obviously, yeah. Was it all just? It's like you've seen, everyone's watched videos about hipsters, and it's just at the end of the day, yeah, the hipster craze was just like a bubble, and it was just like a fleeting trend, and it was just all about consumerism and aesthetics, and it's like, but for some years they had it right, man. Not to mention too, but hipster girls, man, hipster music too. It's like that's the kind of stuff that you would want to like hang out and talk to a girl about, walk with a girl, and all that stuff. And so the fact that it's just like, man, that was just a, I wasn't even really conscious about it either, man. I was just like walking around, meandering around, just like paying barely any attention. I was just in my own bubble. And yeah, no, man. Yeah, that's why every now and then, yeah, I'll get a song that comes on, man. One that gets me sometimes. It's of Monsters and Men, Little Talks. Oh man, you put that one on, man, and it takes me back to like 2008, you know, 2010, 2012, and oh man, hey, no, now it's just a song that's used, as a background music, background noise for Target, and the nice Walmart down the street. It's like, but oh man, that one kind of used to mean something. It's like now it's like, yeah, it's like I hear it now and then. I'm just like, man, it just takes you back. It's kind of like a smell. It smells a little bit more effective, but I mean they're rarer. It's like we don't really consume media through smell. We don't get like an aerator or smellifinator through our TV. So it's like everything is audio and visual. So, but smells would probably be the most like, those are the most uh potent. I don't know. Basically, yeah, like if you get a smell that takes you back to infancy, like childhood, man, it's like that. Yeah, then you came upon something good. But no, for the most part, it's gonna be either audio or visual. But yeah, no, man, that's another one, man. It's just like, but it's just like it's like a drug, man. It's like a drug. Yeah, you start like basically just like thinking about what you did with your life and stuff like that, and nostalgia. All it is just you're stuck in the past. You can't progress. You can't get forward. You can't go forward if you're stuck in the past. Your mind is still in the past, and it's just it's like there's no cure for it really. I mean, you just kind of have to get over it. You have to make sure that everything that you do in the future is focused on the present, at the time, and then the future, which will be your future present. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really just sick of it. I'm just sick of this nostalgia craze. It's like, man, it's like yeah, that's what I was gonna do. The other day when I went to the movie theater, that's when it hit me. I was just like, dude, I'm so done. I'm so done with this. Is the new Twisters movie? There's like a movie poster for it already, and it's called Twisters. And I was like, dude, when the last time that movie, the Twister movie, came out? Bro, I can barely remember it. That's how old it is, man. And I was around at that time. I was like, what, like 96, 97? I don't know, man. But the first Twister movie, which was good. It was a good one. It was like one of those end of the world style things. It's like really kind of like, but if you look back on it now, it's like really think about it. It's just like you're really trying to sell, the end of the world Twisters. It's like that's literally just like a Rust Belt kind of issue. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was good. But I was just like, I don't ever really think that was a movie that needed a sequel. Like that one didn't need a number two, and it's like I don't know who's in it. Like I don't really care anymore for like too much of this the this media, the Hollywood movies. But it's like, yeah, no, it's like it's just an easy cash grab, man. But like, yeah, another one that's coming out is the new Gladiator one, and it's just like, yeah, dude, it's like, bro, you guys are just like Hollywood at a point, man. I think like late '90s, early 2000s, man. It was like that was like a golden, era. I don't care what people say about like the classics or like the '60s, the '70s, or the '80s. It's just like, dude, like late '90s, early 2000s, man. That's where it was at, man. That's where Hollywood had made it right, had gotten it right, and yeah, no. If there was anything good to come out of Hollywood, it was just, yeah, a lot of those good movies, a lot of those good intellectual properties. But now they're just butchering, what little Hollywood actually did give, to the people. They're just taking it away, and they're just like, it's like, hey, you know that thing you liked, it's like, here's a, not better version of it. It's like, just as good. It's like, if anything, actually, it's actually worse. But it's like, yeah, it's just easy cash grabs. I mean, I know we, a lot of people, especially, have been, you know, saying this exact same thing, like especially when the classic slasher guys, like the new Friday the 13th and stuff like that, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out, and it's those ones were actually kind of needed, I think, because for a while it's kind of like the Jaws movie Jaws. A lot of people say that one is what made it for them, that did it for them, that made them scared, that they had like a galeophobia or something like that, or they had like thalassophobia because of it. It was because of Jaws. But I mean, if you watch it now, I mean, it has maybe its little moments where it's like, oh wow, the shark came out and it's kind of creepy, but it's like you have to like suspend your disbelief a little bit. But it's like, Jaws didn't really get that treatment, but it kind of did in the form of Deep Blue Sea. Ooh, that is a bad one. Yeah, that one wasn't really nostalgia. I feel like that one just took the shark the shark theme, the shark premise, the shark infrastructure, the scary shark movie, and did it way better. And to this day, man, I can't go into the open water alone. I can't go like oceans, definitely not alone. Like I was like, went to the beach the other day, and it's like barely, like, yeah, it's like I was still able to touch the ground. That's like, I don't like I can't go out into open water just like that anymore. It's like I went out ocean kayaking for like 5 minutes, man. Once the sounds of laughter and kids singing and playing, and just the no more sound of the waves crashing stopped, I had to go back in, man. Yeah, to this day, man, I'm just like, that one right there, destroyed me. I to the point where I have to like take showers with my eyes open, because the sensation of water falling on me made it was enough to basically trick my senses and my mind into thinking that I'm in the water, and I would imagine a shark behind me, like straight up Deep Blue Sea, like demon shark, like great white mako style. Oh my god, right behind me, just ready to get me. And I would have that vision in my head. It's just like, man, oh, I don't tell a lot of people about this. I've told some people, but it's just like, it sounds crazy to people, but it's just like, yeah, it's to the point where it's like, like I have these manifestations like in my head, like when I'm trying to go to sleep, man. If I close my eyes, I start envisioning shark eyes. I start envisioning like shark faces, like the snouts and the teeth, and it's like red eyes, and I'm just kind of like, dude, it's like, it's bad. See, that's a good, basically, like, what I'm trying to say is like the power of the movies were good back in the day, and that was one of the movies that I can say that was a good one. It's like, but now it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just a propaganda machine. I mean, it always was, but I think we're just I think more people are just getting like, privy to it. They're more able to just be like, this ain't it. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just reject nostalgia, and if you can, keep your head in reality. just the nostalgic thoughts are just I don't know. I don't know if there's like an evolutionary thing for it. I don't know. I really don't know. I think I know that the obsession with it, because it's like, yeah, it'll happen sometimes to me, man. I'm just like just nostalgic. It's just like things are going south, like, like not with my family and everything, but it's just like in in the world in general. You feel like you're out of control. You have no control in anything. You want to do something about it, but you just feel helpless, and it's like you just black pilled, and next thing you know, it's like, oh man, high school, junior college, middle school, bar hopping with the buddies, but that's all it is, man. It's escapism. So I don't know. Just wanted to say, just try to stay away from it as most you can. So, but I'll probably talk to you guys next time. Peace.